Hey, I was just working on this podcast that we have coming out, and something came across my screen, and it was probably the greatest example of leadership or emotional intelligence that I've ever seen. So I had to just quickly flip this camera on because I really wanted to make a quick video about this, and this is just real talk, so it's nothing fancy, as you can tell. But it was awesome, and it was something that I wanted to share immediately with everybody. All of us have had employees that have left us, right? Or people that we've invested in left. And, how would you feel if one of your employees, somebody that you've invested in, decided to leave and then led your competitor to the greatest victory that they've ever had? Some of us would talk trash, some of us would be upset, some of us would, or just, stay silent about it. Well, the New England Patriots didn't do any of that. And what they did was probably the greatest form of leadership I've seen, the greatest form of emotional intelligence I've ever seen. Right after that, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots did this in 7 words. And they tweeted out right after it, they just said, "Congratulations to the greatest of all time." Those 7 words are just powerful, right? They're a powerful lesson in emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is the ability to identify, understand, and manage our emotions. Now, when somebody that we've invested in, we've got a relationship with, we've spent a lot of time with, we've trained, we've taught, we've helped, we've guided, when they decide to leave, that emotional response, the very first one is, we can feel hurt, we can feel... It could even inspire hatred. It just turns you upside down. And no matter how, though, the New England Patriots feel behind closed doors, they did not express that. They came out and said, "Congratulations to the greatest of all time." The greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. In other words, the Patriots showed that they could be happy for Brady. Now, think about that. They showed that they can actually be happy and congratulate him and then call him the greatest. And this is after he left. Now, New England didn't even make the playoffs this year. I think it was the first time in a decade they didn't make the playoffs. And here the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won. Now, they had to be upset. That had to hurt. Now, if you want to attract the greatest talent, if you want to attract talent to you and your business and your teams, what an incredible way to show the world that you care about people, right? It's not just about the bottom line. It's not just about winning and losing. It's about actually investing and caring in people. And as business owners and managers, our people need to know that we care about them. What an incredible example. No matter how we're feeling inside personally, to show them, that person, and the world how much they regard them, how much they are happy for them, that they're celebrating that win. They had a piece of that. They had a piece. They helped him. They guided him. They trained him. They brought him on to begin with. They should feel happy about that. Far too many times we get caught up in the financial side of it. We get caught up in the wins and the losses. And you know what? We dehumanize ourselves. We dehumanize our companies. We dehumanize our industries. And we need to get back to being nice. We need to be nice bosses and a nice company. And we need to be able to attract the best that are coming out, especially now. They're looking for great companies with great leadership, and this is a form of incredible leadership. The days of barking at people and going crazy and throwing things, they're done. This is now about helping, guiding people and training people. And at the end of the day, no matter if it's your business or you work for somebody and you manage a team, man, I really hope deep down you really, really want the best for your people. You're not selfish enough to hold somebody back, or you're not going to vilify them when they succeed. It's far too many relationships. Great relationships are broken when people leave companies or, for whatever reason. And I just think this was incredible, to the greatest of all time. And I want to take this a step further. And I don't know if you have the guts for this or not, but I'm telling you right now, if you've listened or read this far enough, long enough, there's people popping in your head. Man, that person was incredible. That you've had people leave you that you miss. You've had people leave you that have gone on to great things, and I'm going to challenge you. Have you ever congratulated them? Have you ever told them how much they meant to you during whatever time? Well, I'm going to challenge you right now to see what type of owner you are, what type of manager you are, what type of person you are. It's time for us to get nice again. It's time for us to have human feelings again. We need to get humanized. And I'm going to challenge you in the comments below just to shout out to somebody that has left for whatever reason. It doesn't matter why they left, right? It doesn't matter how good or bad it was. But if they were something that they meant something to you in your company, if they did good things for you, and now they're doing great things, or they're off on another path, I challenge you to tag them out in the comments and just say to blah, 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 appreciated this. But let's be the big people now. Let's take a step in the other direction. And let's just not show people that we're all about just making money, all about profit, all about, control. We're about people. And if you want to attract the best talent for your company from 2021 on forward, is you need to be human, and you need to be kind, and you need to be nice. So take a step out with me, will you? I'd love to hear your comments on this, and I would love to see if anybody has the you-know-what enough to give a shout out. That would be awesome. And you have a great rest of your day.